Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to some more custom map action on Total War Warhammer. Today we're going to check out a fairly new map on the Steam Workshop, Karak Azul, also known as the Iron Peak. This caught my eye last week when Total War posted the map over on their social media. I was really impressed by the level of detail on display here. This is a terrific map that has been created. It was actually done by Frodo45127, so go check him out on Steam. He has made some fantastic maps for the game so far. So with the help of Jackie Fish, check out his channel down below, who will be commanding the Greenskin army. We're going to attempt to create a great siege battle here at the walls of the Karak. Now, Karak Azul is a hold located in the south of the World's Edge Mountains and is the only southern region still ruled by the Dwarves. Unlike other holds, the upper portion of Karak Azul occupies an entire plateau overlooking the valley and road below. Karak Azul is the only southern dwarf hold to have withstood the Greenskin armies that surged from the Darklands. Well, now is that all about to change? It's time to find out. Okay then guys, so let's quickly, as always, before we kick things off with the battle, very quickly check out the army comms for both myself and Jackie today. So you can see here I have got my cannons and my grudge throwers positioned on the high ground with that massive open space down there to fire on. We've got multiple targets we can pick at, so hopefully these guys should get some pretty decent kills from up on the high ground today, because I love the way this sort of tower, or not tower more so, just cliffside really, is jutted out from the Karak itself, and it offers a great opportunity for my artillery to get some really open shots down onto the valley below. So you can see Jackie is committing most of his forces. In fact, he's got all of his forces on this left hand side, so I've positioned myself, as you would expect, very defensively on this wall. So we've got a mixture of artillery and obviously then our missile units and our infantry ready to engage. We've got our quarrelers with firebolts, 2 units of these guys. And then we've got mixed in some dwarven warriors with the great weapons, some thunderers and longbeards. Yeah, they're the thunderers. I was going to say, I thought we had some thunderers. There they are. And then we've got some longbeards, and then some Ekrund miners with blasting charges. They are pretty deadly. Look at that shot already from Jackie, one of his Doomdiver catapults smashing into our line and taking out a few of them before we've even really engaged. That's a good start for Jackie. Look at these guys. I love how they sort of like got the green backpacks on them. I like it. Very smart indeed. They got candles on their heads. Oh my god, they have. That's fantastic. So then we've got some thunderers again. And then we've got these elder warriors. I think these are part of the mod that I've got obviously onto today. The glory mod for the dwarves. I love the look at them. Wow, they are smart with the capes on the back. Very smart. So yeah, these are the elder warriors. We've got one unit of them, and then we've got some dwarf warriors again on the wall, and then so supporting from the rear we've got more longbeards, dwarf warriors with the great weapons, etc. You know, you've seen them all before, guys. Then we've got the big strong hammers at the gates ready to defend that opening if the greenskins manage to smash it through. Probably got a giant, I think, with them today, so we need these hammers ready to defend the Karak at all costs. We've got some marksmen over here. And then we've got some more dwarf warriors with great weapons. We've got Ungrim Iron Fist himself, the Slayer King. And then we've got some grudge throwers at the back. And then protecting the main gates if it falls back to this part of the battle. Or this part of the map, I should say, if the battle begins. Or if the battle, I'll get my words out in a minute. Bloody, I am tongue twisted today, guys. Yet again. It's every time I do a freaking Warhammer video, I get tongue twisted. So yeah, every time. But yeah, if the battle carries on to this part of the map, there we go. The longbeards with the great weapons shall engage if required. So yeah, that is my army comp for today. And as Jackie approaches, you can see he's got loads of siege towers with him. And we've got, I think he's got quite a lot of black orcs and orc boys, orc biggins in these sort of siege towers. The big boys are going to go in there to try and smash through the lines to begin with, as you'd imagine. Yeah, orc biggins again. Orc boys. He's got his siege ram here. He's battering around with the orc boys. He's got, there he is. There's the bloody giant at the back. He's got some Doomdiver catapults and goblin and rock lobbers here. He's got, oh my god, he's got Grimgor himself, the absolute tank on Warhammer. Orc biggins, god, he's got some very heavy units today. Gobbo Legions, I think these are again part of the glory mod for the Greenskins. Night Goblin Archers. He's got some Black Orcs at the back. Here we go. I knew these were here for the battle today. I think he's got about 5 units of these guys. So you can see he's got a really heavy tanky army. Of course, what is required for this sort of battle, you need heavy units to go in there, hold for as long as they can, take a lot of damage, because they're going to have to. If they're going to try and take these walls, they've got to be hardened units. They're going to, you know, withstand all the damage. He's got War Berserkers with the dual axes. Oh, nice. Let's have a look at these guys. Oh, look at them. They are absolute beasts. And then he's got some Savage Orc Boar Boys as well, some cavalry units. And that is his army as well. But look at that. I love the bridge over here. Unfortunately, this is not part of the map itself. In fact, you know, in the fact that you can't actually defend it. Look at that, he sort of goes through it, unfortunately it clips through. But it'd be awesome to have some units here that you could defend this part of the bridge like a choke point. It'd be really cool, that would. But still, it looks freaking awesome, doesn't it? Such a great map. Anyway guys, right, let's begin. There the army comes. He's left one of his bike rams down here. Right, but anyway, there the army comes, guys. And let us begin, and the action speak for itself. So you can see I've begun firing straight away with the cannons up on the high ground and the grudge throwers over there. Boom, look at that. Firing down onto his siege equipment down there. We've got our siege towers, our fort towers firing back as well. But what I love about this map is the fact that where's the gate, it's got like flaming torches on them, or cannons, and they'll fire down as the enemy approach. So literally they will get singed alive as they try and smash down our gate. And you'll see it in action in a second. It looks pretty damn cool. So that's... oh, there goes one of his siege towers over there. Look at that. Oh my god. A storm of shots coming across from the Quallers with the firebolts there. Look at this. Burning these siege towers. Trying to get them to be destroyed before they get to the actual wall. Singeing them as they approach. Lining them up, boys. Come on. But only, I think, a couple of siege towers have been destroyed so far. So about 5 or 6 of them have got to the walls. But there is 2 versions of this map. There's a siege version of what we're playing now, which is what is allowing us to have the siege equipment for this battle. And there's also a normal land battle version where you don't have any siege equipment. It's just, you know, army v army, but you can't really engage on the walls and things like that. So obviously we wanted to go for the siege version. Why not? I mean, this sort of Karak deserves a siege battle. It's amazing. And look at this now. He's pouring in his units now. The old boys are coming in. It's about time now. It is time, I should say, that these dwarves prove their worth. And look at that. He's managed to push through and break a hole in the wall. So the Longbeards are ready now. They are awaiting. Surely Jackie Fish's army are going to push through this gate now, or this opening. Try and swarm the city with the goblin and orc hordes. But yeah, it's time now that the dwarves prove their worth. They've got to hold this Karak and the few remaining Karaks in the south. Defend it with everything they've got. So the enemy ladders have docked. So we've got more units coming on now. Oh, here we go. You see, we're going to see the gate now in action. Look, check this out. We've also got these guys with the blasting charges, the miners. They are throwing all these explosives down onto the orc biggins, just literally sending them flying back. Amazing stuff. Look at that, guys. What a sight. Chuck everything you've got at him. Chuck the kitchen sink at them. Chuck your beer kegs. Chuck your teacups. Whatever you've got. Throw it at him. Defend your Karak. Oh, look at this. You're not getting through, lads. Here we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I love this gate. Firing out from these cannons on the walls here, on the gates, I should say. So obviously what they've done there, Jackie trying to push forward again, trying to get out of the range or get out of the way of those blasting charges from the miners. Trying to pour them forward to support the push on the gatehouse. He's going to probably try to push through this gate, or this opening I should say. Keep saying gate, this opening here. He should try and push through there if he can. It's going to be much better for him. The walls are still contended. by both armies at the moment. It's still inconclusive who has got charge of the walls at the moment. It could be me, it could be Jackie, because on one side I'm winning the battle, on the other side looks like Jackie's winning, so it's all to play for at the moment. Do love how smooth this game is, you know. When I play this game compared to like Attila, this is so much more optimised in performance. So yeah, and I hope that's going to be the case for Warhammer 2. I hope they carry on that sort of optimisation levels that they've done so far. It has been massively improved, because I think Attila is one of the... Oh my god, hang on. Oh, just skimmed them there. Thought it was going to be a direct impact. But yeah, in terms of optimisation, oh my god. Oh god. Some great shots from the Goblin Rock Lobbers there. Oh, they're hitting their own men. But yeah, in terms of optimisation, I think Attila's one of the poorer versions of a Total War game to date. So yeah, to see Warhammer run so smoothly like this is very promising for future titles. But here comes the big push now from Jackie Fish. He's sending everything he's got to push forward. The first wave was fairly repelled back by me, but now he's got to really commit a lot of his big guys to make this big push. He's got ladders going up the walls now. He's got... Oh my god, he's got the foot of Gork there! Smashing down onto my hammers. My god! Look at the shockwave. Look at the area of effect, basically, that foot of Gork left. Reform, lads, come on! Bloody hell. You can't have a fuck of... If I could say a fuck of Gork then. A foot of Gork. Fuck of Gork. Jesus. You can't let a foot of Gork stop you. Come on. Oh my god. What a slip of the tongue that was, guys. Oh, no PG ratings on my videos. Right, okay, Thunderers. Keep those volleys up, lads. Keep firing. Target the big guy. He's not had his breakfast today, so he's a bit hungry. So keep firing on him. Give him a volley. That's it. Get him down. Get him down. Oh my god, he's literally picking him up and tossing him out. Oh, these sodding dwarves. He's got volleys coming in now, Jackie has, from his Knight Goblin Archers. He's pushing well here. He's coordinating this attack very well, in fact. It's proven difficult because he's becoming, I should say, overwhelming for me in this gap here. I should have brought these hammers across a little bit earlier on, looking back now, because he hasn't committed anything to the gate, realising that now the defence of those flame cannons is doing so well that he's not going to get there. So he's obviously committed most of his forces, as you would imagine, through the gap here. And look at these mountain ogres come in. Again, part of the glory mod of things. So yeah, look at these guys. He's got a big army with him today. A big solid army. He's done well there with his army comp. Going back to the walls here, again, still unsure about where we are going to go with this. It looks very, very close. Oh, another foot of Gork from Jackie. Good lord. Sod off. You're sodding foot of Gorks all the time. No, he does them well. He does using them. He likes using them quite a lot because we know how powerful they are. Why not? It's a cracking spell. So the hammers are getting absolutely smashed there. And then again, that should have been me using them earlier on. They were just a sitting duck for his spell there, really, weren't they? So yeah, it's me to blame with him being able to use a foot of Gork twice now. So the right side again, we're holding on by a slither, by absolute slither at the moment. We brought down the Slayer King himself. He's had to commit now to the battle. So we brought all our forces from that high ground down to help out here. Still, we're able to get some shots off up here, I hope. We are, aren't we? We are still firing, aren't we, gentlemen? Yes, thank you very much. Good stuff. Keep them going. I mean, the balance of powers has begun to come back to middle ground. When we first started the battle, it was much more in their favour, but it has come back to the middle, so we are doing okay at the moment. It's all about sustaining this, because it could very quickly turn against us. And look at this, not another one. Surely not another one. Oh god, he's positioning it somewhere. What's coming down from the heavens here? Is anything coming? Is it just a buff? I don't know. I think it's just a buff from Jackie, actually. So it's not a foot of Gork. I think he's just positioning something, maybe some sort of buff, as I say, for his units. But the gap has proved very, very successful now for Jackie. That unit of Goblin Rocklobbers has done well because he's been able to really throw so much into this part of the battlefield, into this part of the city now. And you know, the big units have come in. They've really pushed my units back now. We haven't been able to cope a lot with them. I mean, the hammers here. What are they doing? We're not fighting. What's going on here, guys? Commit to the enemy. Bloody hell, these hammers have had absolute mare today. So yes, that push in the wall there has really made the difference, I think, for Jackie at the moment. We've got these dwarf and great weapon, dwarf warriors with a great weapon, as I say, trying to desperately hold on here. But when you've got Black Orcs in the mix, it's not going to look good. They are literally cutting these guys in half at the moment. They're losing their heads. They're losing their legs. What a bloodbath this is. And would you expect anything different when you're fighting between orcs and dwarves? An enemy, or a bunch of, or a group of enemies, I should say, that have gone back thousands of years. These guys have been at war since the dawn of time. Natural enemies, natural. Oh, another foot of Gork over here. I mean, how many more? So he's literally finished off what remains of the Elder Warriors over here. Grimgor. See, actually, this is his melee specialist. This is one of his heroes he's brought into the battle. Literally just carving in half these Elder Warriors now. The amount of blood everywhere is just unbelievable. And it's actually, look at that now. This sort of section of the battle now, the last 2 or 3 minutes, has been really key for Jackie. He's now began to push it back into his favour. Look how many units I've got left now, 400. He's got 954. So yes, this last few minutes have been very, very good for Jackie. And look at what's happened. We are now trying to make a tactical retreat, pull back, says Ungrim here. He's Ungrim. So yeah, Ungrim. I was going to say Thorgrim then for some reason. Ungrim. Yes, Ungrim is saying to everyone who can, he's shining across to the lads, get back, pull back, retreat, tactical retreat. We've got to try and keep ourselves alive as much as we possibly can. Try and get back to the main gates here of the keep. Try and pull back to the gates of the Karak and hold there. So I'm going to cut over to that part of the battle now, because nothing much happens until we get to over here. So I'll be back with you at that point, ladies and gentlemen. Right, this is it. This is the final stand of the dwarves as they try and charge forward to the savage orc champion and try and finish him off before any of the other units get here, because look, he looks like he's come forward on his own here. Grimgor's coming from the other side. The two big guys leading the charge for the Greenskins here. Come on, take him down. Get him out of the equation. Ungrim's gone in for the fight as well. Yeah, I think we've got rid of him. He's retreating back. Good. That's one down. How many left? 853 of them. Not too many. Yeah. So, yeah, let's just think of this little by little. Every little milestone we can achieve here is a victory, a minor victory. So yeah, one person gone, the melee specialist. Now we've got to try and take out Grimgor and all his horde. So here come the Black Orcs. These are going to be tough cookies to finish off. Watch out, that's behind you. Countercharge him, countercharge him. Oh, we just jumped over Thorgrim there. Or Ungrim, I should say. Keep saying Thorgrim. He literally just smashed through that line there. So it's one-on-one now with Ungrim and Grimgor, fighting it to the death, battling it out. And we're losing ground. And I think a foot of Gork is coming yet again here, guys. Just to really rub salt into the wounds. I know Jackie does definitely cast another one before the battle's over. So we'll get ourselves prepared for this one so we can actually witness it in slow-mo. We'll try and get a slow-mo of it as well, actually. We've kept missing them before, haven't we? So we deserve a slow-mo for this last foot of Gork. But look, we are absolutely surrounded. Fighting to the bitter end outside of the gates of the Karak. As any brave dwarf would. Never surrender, never retreat. Defending his keep to the very last moment. And here we go. Right. Let's do this, guys. Let's embrace this foot of Gork to its full potential. Now let's just play it again for a second just before we... There we go. Here we go. There goes the big foot. Boom. Oh my god. Just sending everyone in its path. Flying forward, orcs. No, there goes that Night Goblin Archer. Flying everywhere. Doesn't care who he hits, what he hits. But if he causes devastation, then that is a good thing. Look at that guy. He's lost his torso. You won't be seeing much more from him. Right, let's keep play again. 55 seconds left. Back into the mix they go. And it's literally a matter of fighting till your death, because you're not going to retreat, you're not going to be able to surrender, you're not going to be able to escape. He's going to literally fight with dignity and die with dignity, as the Slayer King himself is doing. I think he's actually being slain himself there. I think he has. He's been killed. There we go. Oh no, in fact he's not. He's still a little bit further more from Ungrim to go. I should have had a bit more faith in him. He hasn't completely gone yet. Every one of his kin have been killed, yet he will fight to the very last moment. Oh god. There we go, he's taken the last shot, and a valiant defeat was the end result. Look at him how he died in the end with his arms crossed, embracing the death outside of his Karak. I loved it. What a hero. So there we go, valiant defeat, guys. The Greenskins have captured the Karak in the south. And they have won the day. So looking at the statistics here, I lost 2,229 of them. Jackie Fish had nearly over 1,000 more men to the battle, and he lost 24,000 then. That would have been a lot of men, wouldn't it? 2,489 losses for Jackie and his Greenskin horde. Performance-wise for my own units, the units there, the Dwarf Warriors, 112, not bad for them. And then 134 of these guys, the Elder Warriors, the really elite units. I wish I could have brought more. I think it was only capped to one of them, I think. If I had more, I should have brought more. The Hammerers, you expect a lot from the Hammerers, and I didn't use them properly today. They weren't defensive enough, they weren't utilised enough, and they performed poorly. If they'd performed better, we could have been looking at a different result for the whole entire battle. But unfortunately, it wasn't to be, and they didn't do that good in the end. Another unit there, Longbeards with great weapons, 110. Looking at Jackie's numbers, his best performance for his units there, I think it's 104 for the Gobbo Legion. Who else? 153 for his Orc Biggins. So yeah, some great performances from some of them, really making a difference. And as I say, that 2 or 3 minutes where the Giant was able to push through into the opening of the wall and really make a big sort of group push from a lot of his heavy units, that was a turning point. And when we lost it there, I think the battle was all over, unfortunately. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you've enjoyed this custom map today, this great battle on this custom map as well. It deserved a great battle with it being a great map, and it did duly deliver. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, thank you so much for your support and watching, and until next time, take care and farewell.